toasting, joking too. Sipping and roasting is what we do. Light 'em up, drink 'em down. Whiskey and cigars all around. Cheers, y'all.
Well. Sounds like a party just about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fine radio program, podcast, and video extravaganza.
So fine.
Known internationally
Hi, Mom.
as the world-famous Smokin Toastin. We are on show number 498. That means we've got... how close are we to 500?
We're halfway, but that leaves us 2 weeks.
To close the gap.
To close the gap,
All
yes.
right. Well, we're hoping we'll be able to do
We're going
that.
to ramp it up. This logarithmic the last 2 weeks.
I love it. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars, just in case you're into any of those things.
I love those things.
All right. And today we're going to be talking about top-shelf whiskeys that are worth the money. And
I want to say something about whiskey and beer before we get started.
Please do.
Beer good.
And whiskey?
Whiskey good.
Okay. Thank you. It's been a great show. We'll see you all next week. And, that's the kind of insightful commentary that you come to this program for.
This coming from a guy who was hugging the barrel last week
Yes.
and literally we have pictures online of you hugging the barrel.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's your Norm from Cheers moment. That's what it is. It's your Norm from Cheers moment.
That barrel is sitting next to me, and it's calling me still.
Yeah. And even though we've got Voltron sitting on top of it, it's just like, I don't know. It's just something about, I love what it does for the room.
Yes. Voltron is the guardian of the barrel.
He is. And we could probably not pick a better guardian. So
that's right.
We're thrilled to be here. That barrel, of course,
And by the way, yes, lions, not cars.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
know the difference.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention that barrel is that's the barrel that contained our barrel pick, our Smokin Toastin barrel pick from O.H. Ingram, which we have news about and we will get to here in a moment. But first of all, I just want to welcome you to show number 498 and tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. Whiskeys that are worth the money, top shelf whiskeys. We already know a lot of the lesser priced whiskeys that are very easily worth the money. We talk about that quite a bit on the show. Now we're going to shift our attention to ones where you're spending a little more. And if you're going to spend that money, is it worth it? That's what we want to kind of delve into today. Super interesting article we'll get to, and then I think Ian has prepared his kind of 3 favorite, slightly more expensive whiskeys that
I got them right here in my head.
that fall into that category.
I don't know where I put them, but they're somewhere up there.
I'm just
Mine like a
glad you
steel
got 'em.
trap.
That's right.
It's open.
I was going to say I have a mind like a steel trap, but it's closed. So that is a much larger
Nothing gets
problem.
in. That's right.
We are going to be trying some different beers today. We've been trying on the last several shows some really interesting imported, international beers, and we're going to do that again today with a beer from Bavikhov, Belgium. It is the Bavik Super Pils. One of the things I'm learning is that in the European countries where they do a lot of brewing of craft beer, they have a tendency not to give them these super long, interesting names that we have here in the United States, like standing outside a phone booth with a quarter in my hand or whatever. Instead, they just call it Super Pils.
Yeah. I love that.
Direct and to the point. Yeah. I love it. So we'll see if it is indeed a Super Pils or not. We'll get to that. And we return to one of our favorite breweries out of Portland, Oregon, the Gigantic Brewing Company, with their IPA that's just called Spirit Bomb, which doesn't that sound like... That sounds like something that the cheerleaders did in high school. We're having a spirit bomb after school.
Yeah.
Everybody come by.
Yeah.
It's like, what is a spirit bomb? It's like, oh, it's an IPA. I'm there. And then from a little ways up the street from us here, from Fort Worth, Texas, and Martin House Brewing Company.
Love Martin House.
We're going to try their whiskey barrel-aged chocolate and banana stout that's called Bonjook, which to me, Bonjook, the thing I think of then is like Babadook, and so I'm thinking of all these legendary monsters and stuff, like Bonjook. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Martin House is so interesting because my wife and I were visiting one of her cousins just outside of Fort Worth, and we ended up going to the Martin House Brewery, and it was in the early days of it. So they had their beer Oklahoma Sucks. They had all those cans.
I remember
stacked up.
that. Yeah,
they had one called, I think, 3 a.m. breakfast or breakfast at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I
something like
remember that beer too.
And they had a few other beers that were very interesting, but most of them were kind of most of their beers were kind of mainstream at the time. Mm-hmm. And then
That's not how they evolved.
over the
though.
years, they have become the ones the go-to for like sours,
Right.
and just adjunct craziness. And I absolutely love to see a place evolve like that. I'm a fan of anything Martin House. I'll try anything Martin House.
Well, and you had me at barrel-aged chocolate and banana stout.
yeah.
That just sounds like what could possibly go
Yeah,
wrong
that
with
sounds
that?
really
That's
good.
wonderful.
barrel-aged
so
bananas.
barrel-aged, bananas. As long as it's aged with chocolate and
beer.
it's whiskey barrel-aged, I'm down. I'm down. We'll bring you the most popular segment on the program. It's a little thing we like to call Drinking News. I have a teaser headline for you because Drinking News didn't happen until the second hour of the show, so we like to give you a teaser to keep you, enticed and pull you in. And
It's like our one-hit song. We have to save it to the end so you'll stay for the whole thing.
That's right. I told you about the time I saw this. It was like back in the 80s. I was working in Top 40 Radio. We had a band come out that had like basically one song, but they were part of like a lineup of, artists, and it was a free
Big
show.
country, and they didn't sing Big Country.
Yeah, we gave away the No, they did their hit. In fact, they opened with it. And I
Oh,
remember
okay.
I remember thinking, well, that's pretty bold. Like, this is the one song people are going to know.
Yeah.
And they opened with it. And so they opened with it, and then they played another song, and then they played it again.
Oh, nice.
They played their hit again. And
They're
then
like, we're not saving this one for last.
and
This
then
is
they
the only one
thanked
we got.
everybody. They thanked everybody and left the stage because these were all like short sets. It was
Okay,
one
yeah,
of those
yeah.
star party type
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
right? So they leave the stage. Everybody's cheering because they ended with their hit, right? And they come back out for an encore, and you hear the song start again. And the guy goes, "This is the extended dance mix."
Nice.
And so they did their hit song 3 times and one other song. That was their set.
Wow, giving
Yeah.
you what you want
That's
right there. That
That's
is
right.
absolutely
and you
giving
know
what you want.
The audience was not unhappy. The audience was eating it up. So, but our teaser headline for Drinking News. I made you put down the ukulele. I apologize. Here's your teaser headline. Our one-hit song. 2 words: Florida and monkeys. Oh, I know I got you now.
Yeah. Okay. I
got
don't know
you
of
now.
any other words besides man and gators that go better with Florida.
Yeah, Florida and monkeys. That's it. You know?
Wow.
Yep. And we have a teaser headline for the drunken fact. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but we like to give you a fact that you can use to sound knowledgeable the next time you're at a party and people are drinking. So here's your teaser for the drunken fact. If you're ready, you have to pee like a racehorse. I have to pee like a bear. All will be explained.
Okay.
All right. Now, we opened the show today, though, with some pretty big news. We released, we tasted it again on last week's show. We released our Smokin Toastin barrel pick from O.H. Ingram last week. It was released on Friday of last week. We put a number of those bottles on sale at one retail location, which is in our hometown, Specs on Smith Street. Got an allocation of these, and then we got it available online for people, obviously, who don't
Yes.
live where we live, and that's your way to access it. I am proud to report that the amount that we had set aside for Specs here in Houston sold out in one day. Terry's been ready with that fanfare
Thank you
since
for
Friday. Yeah. One day. And Terry, you told me that the O.H. Ingram folks said usually about a month.
Yeah,
for
usually about a
sell-through
month
on
for
barrel
something
pick.
for about
Yeah.
that many bottles.
Yeah,
Usually
so-
about a month.
So that just like made us all super excited. Now, they're selling fast online, but there are still some available.
Yes.
And this has been a little bit of a trial and error for us. We've never done this before. So,
Right.
So I think we've probably done some things that we do a little differently next time, but not the whiskey itself, because that whiskey
Oh, no.
is amazing.
Whiskey's outrageous.
It is amazing.
But if you are online, the link is on all of our socials.
Yeah, if you go to Facebook or Instagram, it's going to be right there in the bio. The
right, the
you're gonna
Smokin
see it. Yep.
Toastin social feed.
Yep.
And then if you look up O.H. Ingram as well, Ingram Whiskey.
IngramWhiskey.com. Just go
Right.
to shop. It's right there.
All right. So, what we didn't find this out until obviously after we've done this, and we'll figure out a way to maybe work around this a little better next time.
Next time we're gonna do this different. But
Right.
yes,
But currently, to go online and order it, and the bottle of whiskey is $65,
Yes.
right? All right. But to go online and order it, the minimum order is like, what is it, Terry? Is it
This
$90?
company has an $89.99 and this is a special website where they only sell Kentucky whiskey. This is a special place for Kentucky distilleries to sell on, and so I guess
So
they
that's
assume
their rule,
Yeah, I
right?
guess it's their rule. I guess they assume you're going to buy at least 2 bottles of
Now,
something,
we
or
could've-
at least $89.99
We
worth.
could have priced this at $90.
Yes, easily.
But we didn't. We priced it at $65.
Yes.
And so what that does mean is that if you're ordering it online, you do have to buy 2 bottles
Yes.
in order to hit their minimum.
you can skirt around,
Or you could buy something else.
You could buy an OH Ingram hat.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
you just need something to bump it up to that price point.
My
and get it. But
suggestion-
2 bottles is also good.
I'd
my
say 2
suggestion
bottles
is,
is your way to
go ahead and buy 2 bottles because A, it's really good. You'll be glad you had the second bottle. But B, put it on eBay or
Well,
Etsy.
and
Sell
it is.
it.
Well, the thing is that it's really good, and
It's
once
gonna
you
be a
try
great
it,
gift.
once you try it, you're gonna want more, and it is going fast. And this is the only barrel, and those are the only bottles left are online. So once those
Yeah.
are gone,
Keep
it
in
is
mind
gone.
the nature of a barrel pick is that there's only one of them.
Right.
Yes.
It's
So
unique. You're never going to get
once
this
they're gone,
exact
they're gone.
taste
Now
again.
we'll be doing, I'm sure, other barrel picks. But the nature of it is, even if we did a second OH Ingram barrel pick, it's not going to be the exact same whiskey. It's going to be a different thing. Now, I can say, like, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it won't be the exact same. So
Right.
this
It'll
is-
be something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you really need to try this one
I'll
because
just tell you
amazing.
this. My wife's favorite spirit is rum. She's a real rum aficionado. Her second favorite is tequila. Whiskey would be a distant third. She loves this.
Yeah.
My wife was digging into it.
I'm like, hey, that's
I don't have a wife.
That's the only bottle I have. but see, I'm a little envious
More
of you
whiskey
right now
for
because
you.
more whiskey for you.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. So check it out. It's our OH Ingram barrel pick from Smokin Toastin. And if you're not able to get your hands on this, because I suspect that by the time this show hits the air, it might even be sold out.
It was funny
online.
that we recorded that show last week under the pretense that this is going to be available. Go ahead and buy it. And by this time this started hitting the airwaves,
Yeah,
the
it
radio
was already selling
airwaves,
out, yeah.
it was becoming sold out
And
really quick.
By the way, when it sold out at Specs in one day, I was convinced that Alan Denny had gone and bought them all up. And then I found out, no, there was a 1 bottle per person
Yes.
limit.
I was shocked by that too. I really thought that there was more. Someone went and did that, and it was 1 bottle per person.
Yeah. So Smokin Toastin, directly influencing sales.
Absolutely.
There we go. And
Yes.
this time it wasn't from me because I tried to go buy one and they were out.
And they were already out. It's down
So,
the street from
yeah.
your house.
Absolutely. So, Terry, I don't know how much time we have left in this segment. Do we have time for the
No,
beverage of
we're
mystery?
probably about to wrap it up here on this
Okay.
one.
All right,
We've
so
got
we'll get to the beverage of mystery when we come back. We'll find out what Ian had to smoke this week. We'll be talking cigars. We'll be talking a little bit of beer coming up, and of course we'll be talking whiskey because we're going to tell you about the top shelf whiskeys that are worth the money.
worth the money.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Thank you for joining us for Smokin Toastin. Show number 498. We will be right back with the beverage of mystery. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Smokin Toastin. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We are heard around the country
Those things.
on great radio stations like KZOQ in Abilene, Texas on 1260 AM. Thank you, KZOQ. KZOQ. So that'd be a fun. That'd be a fun batch of call letters to say if you were a DJ. Though. KZOQ. So let's do the beverage of mystery, Terry.
The Beverage of Mystery.
Beverage of Mystery is a segment on the show where one of us will bring in a beverage. The person that brought it in, the person what brung it, is the only one who knows what it is. We taste it kind of sight unseen, and then we reveal what the Beverage of Mystery is. Sometimes it's a seltzer, sometimes a canned cocktail, sometimes a beer, sometimes Malort. It just really depends.
This music describes it pretty well.
I think it does. Yeah, it keeps me in suspense. So, Ian, you've already done some sniffing.
It's trying to be pineapple-y.
Trying to be
I
pineapple-y.
haven't smelled it yet.
That'd be a good name. Just trying to be pineapple-y.
It's trying to be pineapple-y. It almost
Oh,
has
yes,
an
it is.
undertone of soap.
It's got coconut in there too, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's coconut. I get coconut on that.
So this tastes kind of like if it was summer and you were about to go lay out and you were putting some of that suntan lotion
and you
on your
accidentally
body.
get some in your
You
mouth.
actually yeah, exactly. This is kind of what that would taste like.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about this, Ian?
This is absolute reject.
And when I
Second
reveal
sip,
this,
subsequently,
is it worse?
is worse.
Yeah.
Oh, because now it's like lime, but suntan lotion
Do you think this would be better like over ice
and
if it were ice
pineapple.
cold?
It's like bad pineapple candy over lime and suntan lotion.
Like a Jolly Rancher pineapple, if such a thing existed?
It's not that candy-ish. It's a different kind of candy.
It's like
almost-
if Laffy Taffy had a pineapple flavor.
Yeah. A Mexican candy maybe or something?
Or
Yeah.
saltwater taffy pineapple.
You have any questions for me?
Is that a beverage of mystery in your pocket?
I
or
don't
are you
hate it,
just
but I
happy to
wouldn't
be
drink
here?
a lot of it.
Okay, Terry has actually admitted to kind of liking
I wouldn't.
this.
I like. It's not the worst flavor ever, but like I could tell that half a can in, I'd be like,
Oh
this-
man,
my
it
tummy hurts.
leaves like a scum on the tongue
I was
after
going to
you're
say,
done.
I enjoy pineapple. I enjoy coconut.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy soap
No.
as a
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
And soap's fine if you're taking a shower. But, Ian, this is a spiked Bebidas from El Jimidor.
Oh, I wasn't wrong with the Mexican candy.
It is
there
a
you go.
Pina coconut margarita. Premium
So
beverage.
it's supposed to be a
5.9%.
pina colada, huh? That's what
Kinda,
it's supposed
sorta.
to be, like
Yeah.
a pina colada.
Like a combination pina colada margarita.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
So then,
I do.
yeah, I don't like it. It is coming in at 5.9%, so it's
I'm a fan
fast
of
acting.
I'm a
Fast
fan of El Jimidor. Fast acting. I like that.
Fast
I'm a fan
acting.
of El Jimidor, but I'm not a fan of this beverage. And
I think one
actually
would be
had-
about all I could stomach.
I actually had kind of high hopes for it because it was El Jimidor.
But this is El Jimidor. It doesn't have any El Jimidor in it. This is a malt beverage.
See that, and that's what it tastes like.
It says right here on the can, it says, this product is a malt beverage and does not contain distilled spirits.
Yeah, so it has no El Jimidor.
Fast acting.
Fast acting.
Hard pass for me on that one.
Agreed.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Terry would drink
Nothing
it.
special.
Terry would drink it if he had no other choices.
Yeah, I would. And,
Terry, you
but
have a
only
very
one.
forgiving soul.
He
Only
does.
one.
Terry's the guy give it to Terry. He likes everything.
Mikey likes
hey,
it.
Terry.
He likes it.
He likes it. Ian, do you have any success at maybe trying a cigar that you like this week?
Man, I did. As a matter of fact, we're recording just a little bit later than we usually do. So I stopped by Casa de Monte Cristo this morning and picked out a cigar. This one right here, as a matter of fact, I picked out this Year of the Horse edition from Rocky Patel. But I didn't smoke it because it was too big of a cigar, and I realized I only had so much time.
Well, and I know that occasionally you do like to bring me cigars, so I just want to say thank you and put this right in my pocket. So very good, very good. What did you actually?
You know, my
smoke?
wife does that. She calls it the wifely tax. You know,
The wifely tax.
the wifely portion.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, see, this is a Rocky Patel that has a horse on the band, so those automatically have
The
to come
Southern
to me.
Draw Evening Primrose
Oh.
Robusto coming in at 5.5 by 54.
Okay.
San Andreas Maduro wrapper from Mexico, Sumatra's 7th priming Ecuador binder, 50% Honduras, 25% Nicaragua, and 25% Ligero USA on the filler. The appearance on this dark brown, leathery, oily, beautiful, beautiful cigar with yellow, white and yellow label. It's very summery and fun looking. The pre-light sniff on this gritty mocha barnyard candied pecan is what I got right off the top. Pre-light draw on the sweet mocha and earth barnyard fermented hay. The initial light, massive smoke comes right out of this thing. Like you light it and it's just like massive right off the bat. Delivers spicy earth and gritty mocha. Retro Hills complex, savory and sweet with cedar. The first third of the cigar is a classic Southern Draw Earth and Cedar. Like this, when I think Southern Draw, Earth and Cedar are the two things that I know I'm going to have.
Right.
And I will try anything Southern Draw.
I'm a fan of their Manzanita Toro.
Manzanita,
That's a regular,
the Cedrus,
cigar for me.
there's so many good ones. But this also has a complex bouquet of savory broth, toast, and a robust mouthfeel to each puff. The retrohale is savory and cedar, solid ash, good burn. Proposed pairing, I would say like a Kolsch or like an Añejo tequila. That would go really well with this.
Yeah.
The second third of this comes along sweet and savory notes vie for attention in equal parts with cedar and oak. Dense, rich smoke inspires smoke rings. Retrohale is savory and sweet with cedar and oak, solid ash, good burn. The last third of the cigar, a bit of pepper ramps up along with cedar. The retrohale is savory and sweet with oak and cedar, solid ash, perfect burn. Coming in at $11, 5.5, my friends. This one
nice.
Outperforms
At
and
$11
is
at $11.
at $11, and it was fantastic. I will buy this. This will become part of my normal stable.
I don't know specifically about that cigar, but I know the Manzanita and several of the other blends that I really like from Southern Draw are put together by this guy, this blender.
Oh yeah, this was.
What is his name? Oh yeah, AJ Fernandez.
Yeah,
is this an AJ
made,
blend?
This is made at the AJ factory.
There you go.
Now it distinctly says blended by Robert Holt, but this was made at the AJ factory.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of it. We got to take a break. We will be back. We have some beers to taste, and we got to talk about top shelf whiskeys that are worth the money. We'll be back at Smokin Toastin. Welcome back at Smokin Toastin. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. And Joseph from OH Ingram just popped in between the segments there. And so we're going to have him join us for the rest of the show. He is currently going to his car to get a bottle of whiskey. And I said, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
How could you?
How could you possibly? Ian, your cigar sounded great. I really wanted to. I have not tried that. Southern Draw, but I do definitely want to try.
It's so hard to go wrong with anything Southern Draw. They're just
I agree. They really got it.
They make such great
really got it
cigars.
going on. So all right, we have a beer to try. Now I know you didn't open this during the intro to the segment. So
no, I was busy getting a zipper undone so that you could have one of your easy drinking show beers.
That did not sound right to me somehow. I don't know. Let's just pretend that wasn't said.
You want beer?
Well, okay. But you've got a
just so you guys
got
know,
a super
that's
pills.
Get your head out of the gutter. That's the zipper on my little cooler.
Just
On
the
your
picture
cooler,
of
yeah.
him hugging the pink cooler
Yeah,
is amazing.
Ian hugs a lot of stuff. He hugs the barrel that our barrel pick came out of. He hugs his cooler, but you know,
I'm a huggable guy.
yeah, people will describe themselves like I'm a hugger, right? I think Ian's a hugger. So
I'm a hugger.
And Ian is pouring our next beer. This is from Belgium. It is the Bavik Super Pils, and they don't, unlike American beers, which like maybe tell you a whole story. There's not a lot of info on this can, right?
It
Ian?
says beer.
Well, it says. Only one Pilsner remains uncompromised.
Oh, okay.
Brewed for quality and consistency. Slowly brewed, cold maturation, crystal clear. It's Bavik Super Pils or nothing.
Oh.
Now, that's a pretty bold statement because on the front, all it says is Bavik Super Pils and uncompromised and product of Belgium. That's it.
Nice.
So they're making a lot of claims here, Ian. Let's see what we think of the Bavik
They figure
Super
it doesn't
Pils.
matter what they put on the can; it's what's in
Well,
the
they
can.
also
the
they
can.
want to make sure that you understand what this is. So they have BIER, BIE with a little /RE, BEER, and BIRRA. So they don't care what language you're speaking.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
to make sure you know what you're getting in
That's
there.
right.
Right. My wife is going to be taking a trip to Italy in a few weeks with her mom. They're going over there. And she said, what do I need to know? And I said, you need to know the word birra.
Bureau.
Birra. If you know the word birra, you'll be fine.
You'll be
That's
fine.
all you really need to know. So she's taking my advice. We'll see how that works.
Duolingo for 376 days to learn
That's right.
bira and how to order liquor.
That's right.
Rosetta Stone.
Have you tried these?
You can go to the bathroom. You can order a beer.
That's right.
What else do you need?
That's right. Wow.
Okay, so I love the nose on this. The nose is
If
so
you love
bright
the
and
nose,
crispy.
you are gonna love what
boy.
it does to your palate.
That's great.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh.
That's spectacular.
That's great.
Maybe one of the most well-rounded pilsners that we've tried in a while.
Okay, I could just, right now when it's only 153 degrees outside, I could drink a whole one of these just outside in the sun right now.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
What's your thought?
Well, I was actually thinking he's talking about it being 153 degrees outside. I thought to myself, well, if it went down by 4 degrees, then the actual degrees and the humidity would match.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. And you'd be out there drinking
the
this?
beer, yes.
Yeah. What did you think about the beer?
Why, the beer is quite good, actually.
I got to say, this really surpassed my expectations.
So the malt
to be
right
totally
up
honest
front
with you.
The malt right up front is so big and prevalent, and then it falls off with this beautiful sweetness, like almost a sweet pretzel bread kind of note, and then rolls off into a nice little snap from the hops on the from the bittering hops on the end. It is absolutely balanced and that is so good, and it tastes fresh too.
It really
tastes
does.
very fresh.
So I don't know if this is meaningful to you guys, but over the past several months, I've been trying to lose a little weight. So what I did was I decided I'm still gonna drink, but I'm gonna drink fewer days of the week. Right, I'm gonna limit my drinking days. Obviously, the day we do the show, this is a drinking day for me, and then I'll have maybe another day or two during the week, depending on what's going on. That'll be drinking days, and the other days I won't do any beer or alcohol. And I've lost a few pounds, so it seems to be working. But here's the thing: everything tastes amazing when I do drink it. Like, I'm drinking this beer going, this is the best Pilsner I've ever had. I hope that isn't why I enjoyed our barrel pick so much, because, I do have some things to compare it to. But anyway, my point is, now that I've, kind of limited my drinking days, I am loving the beers and the whiskey and stuff that I'm trying. But this is really good. Bavik Super Pills.
Bavik
It
Super
is
Pills.
a product of Belgium, but this one was purchased at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
I've
have to
had
go,
this before.
yeah,
It
I
is
didn't have to
absolutely
go and look.
fantastic.
Well, it really is, and I absolutely.
You know who
dig
has
it.
this? They always have this at Reserve 101 as well.
Oh, do they have
Yeah.
Bavik there?
Yeah.
Oh, see, Reserve 101 is kind of like my second living room. Because it is
great.
It is stumbling distance
Yes.
from my house.
Yes.
So I can go over there. I can drink from their
And listen,
special
whatever
whiskey
you
menu.
do, don't say this on the radio, especially with the mics on. But on Sundays they have their barrel pick.
Oh man, you've now let the cat out of the
$6
bag
for
here.
any of their barrel picks.
Oh yeah, and we've been over there on a Sunday, you and I,
yeah.
before, and I'm going to tell you something. It's well
$6 make you hollers.
It's well worth it. Let me tell you about the cigar I had this week. I smoked an old school. I revisited a cigar that I used to smoke a lot back in the day, but haven't had in a very long time. I had the El Rey del Mundo Oscuro Robusto. Now, I remember this cigar pretty distinctly because it always comes wrapped in a layer of tissue paper.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, right? With the cigar bands being placed both on the tissue paper so you can see what it is, and then once you peel the tissue paper away, the band's on the actual cigar itself. So that wrapper, incidentally, that the band sits on is a Connecticut broadleaf Oscuro, and it covers a Honduran binder and filler tobacco from Honduras, Nicaragua, and the Dominican Republic. I remembered these cigars as being tasty and inexpensive when I used to smoke them back
Right,
in the day.
yeah.
And I'm not sure why it has been so long since I smoked one. After I took the tissue paper off, I used a punch to open up the El Rey del Mundo Oscuro Robusto, and I checked out the pre-light notes. not a lot from the wrapper itself, apart from a light woody note. And when I checked out the cold draw, I was able to identify that wood note as cedar.
Can we just talk about the way that wrapper looks, by the way,
Oh,
for
yeah.
a second?
It's beautiful.
It's actually like it's dark and delicious.
And I was able to detect a little bit of subtle sweetness, which I was attributing to that Maduro Oscuro wrapper. Oscuro basically just means dark.
Dark, yeah.
So a Maduro is generally lighter than a Connecticut shade. An Oscuro is like a Maduro wrapper that's even darker.
Yeah, generally speaking, and that's not always, but generally speaking, if you have a very brown wrapper, that's almost always a Maduro. There's not 100%, but
Could
almost
be a
always.
Habano, but yeah, the Maduro is a little bit darker.
Habanos tend to have a little reddish tint to them.
Exactly. Well, I lit this cigar and puffed a few times, getting the flavors onto my palate. There was not a pepper blast, which, by the way, I'm working on a song for that. AI and I are writing the
AI and I. That's a song right there.
AI and I. Yeah, that sounds like a country song, doesn't it?
AI
It's
and I.
AI and I. AI and I don't think you love me. Anyway, there wasn't a pepper blast, although I did pick up pepper as one of the defining flavors in this first third. The other big note was cedar, which balanced out the pepper very nicely. And I also got a note that I'm going to describe as earth. Although it wasn't this more rich, kind of loamy earth note that I get from a lot of my favorite Nicaraguan cigars, that really deep sort of, mineral-rich soil note. Instead, it was more like a drier, sandier kind of an earth note. And that's not a negative. It was just different. Construction, by the way, seemed very good from the jump. Second, third saw the pepper note fade back just a little. The cedar note became toastier. I also got a slight hint of chocolate along with that drier earth note that I mentioned. Not a huge change from the first third, but very enjoyable. The burn was great. The ash held on firmly until I finally nudged it off after more than an inch. Final third, strength and flavors amped up a little bit, going from medium-bodied to just under medium to full. And the cedar, which started out simply enough in the first third, then became toastier in the second, now picked up almost like a charred note to it, which wasn't a bad thing at all. Construction and burn stayed excellent. Overall, the cigar was a nice, enjoyable smoke all the way to the nub. Proposed pairing, I'd go with a nice stout or porter, something with a little bit of a chocolate note, which I think would bring out the chocolate in the cigar that started a few inches in. I had it with a glass of Bigelow's salted caramel iced tea, and it worked like a charm. Overall, enjoyed this a lot. Now, it certainly didn't compete with the more nuanced flavors of, like, my favorite Nicaraguan smokes. A.J. Fernandez, Requiem Maduro, I Am Looking at You. But it was solid, and it delivered its flavors quite well. In a perfect world, I would use this as a reference point. I want to only smoke cigars that are this good or better. Yeah, if price allows, this would be a perfect everyday cigar, a good dog walker, or even a nice after-dinner smoke. And the good news, the price supports that pretty well. It comes in at $5 to $6 per stick.
Oh, nice.
It performs very well, and I'm starting to think I've been missing out by not smoking these more since back in the day. I will give it a solid 5 in price to quality, but I think I need to stock up my humidor with these at that price point so I can use this again as my reference point. I don't want to smoke any cigars, at least not more than once, that aren't as good as this one.
As good as that, yeah.
Right. Did it join my all-time favorites? No, but it sure as heck delivered for its price point. So again, a solid 5. And I will be buying more of these, like I used to back in the day. I used to buy them back in the day because they were inexpensive.
Just buy a handful and toss
and they
them
were
in
a
there.
really good, inexpensive smoke. And why I haven't continued to do that, I don't know.
Those kind of cigars are sometimes, they're such a nice thing because, like, they're the ones that you toss in there, and if you're standing there, you're like, I don't really want to think about it.
Right. Just grab one of these.
Just grab one of those and go. You know, I have a bottom shelf full of the Oliva nub seconds.
Oh, see,
and it's a grab and go for me. If I don't feel like thinking about it, bam, I grab one of those.
I do that with the Nicaraguan overruns.
I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it goes out or if I get distracted, it's okay too.
Yeah, and plus, one of the good things about these is if you're ever like out somewhere, you got one of these in your pocket, but you go and use a public bathroom and they're out of toilet paper, you've got that tissue.
Yes.
That you can use.
You got the tissue.
So I don't know why I went there. That's not related to my own experience. I'm just saying that.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just saying that it could happen.
Hold on.
Yeah. Why did I know that was what you were going to play? Joseph from OH Ingram is here with us. He's reaching for the ukulele like he's going to play it. Joseph, you crashed the show, which puts you now on par with Chris Hart and Alan Denny and Roberto, all of whom are show crashers. They just show up unannounced. But we love show crashers, and we especially love them when they go to their car and get a barrel of something. So we're going to be trying some rum today. But I really love the idea of having – I don't know how good this rum is going to be because it wasn't until after I bought it, and it's a very fancy, expensive bottle. Wasn't until I got it home that I realized it's a spiced rum. So that means this is either going to be extremely disappointing or it may be the best spiced rum we've ever had. I can't tell until we open it.
It's hard to tell with spiced rum.
And so – but – I'm glad we have something to default to if this is not.
If you
rum.
are getting spiced rum, by the way, the safe word is Kraken.
Right. And see, Kraken was what kind of started me on my rum journey, to be honest, because I had Kraken. I really liked it. In fact, I still keep a little at home because there's almost nothing better to mix with Dr. Pepper.
Kraken? Oh, wow.
And Dr. Pepper. Oh, they form like Voltron. Thank you. That's now become part of our language. Yeah, part of our love language here at Smokin Toastin is when things form like Voltron. So I just want to mention we've got just a minute left in this segment, but Joseph, did it surprise you for the Smokin Toastin barrel pick to sell as fast as it has been selling completely out at Specs and selling online as well?
Well, we knew that you guys had a very passionate base. People that support your brand absolutely and value your opinions. So it was an easy get for us.
Suckers.
I didn't say that. But it was an easy get for us to go ahead and partner with you guys on this release. And everyone back in Kentucky was very happy, blown away by the results.
That's so great.
In fact, I talked to one of the people at Specs, and their expectation was it was going to be till the end of next week, more than likely to sell out.
Wow.
And the fact that I could see them and look them in the eye and say, yep, it's all gone.
So it went on sale Friday of last week. I went into Specs on Saturday and asked about it, and they said, oh, no, it's gone. It's gone. It's sold out in one day. So I'm super excited about that just because, this was our first experiment like this, and we really appreciate you guys partnering with us to do this. This has been it's been an absolute blast. And I just have to say, I know obviously you think I'm going to say this anyway, but the whiskey is just really good. Like it's my wife loves this, and whiskey's her third or fourth favorite spirit. Like she's a rum and tequila girl, right? But she loves this. So it's just I love things that make me happy. I mean that's a basic thing, but this whiskey makes me happy. Whiskey good, as Ian would say.
Whiskey good. I started off the episode today with that.
I know, and it resonates. All right, so we're going to try some spiced rum. We'll see if that's good. That's coming up. Plus, we have more beers to try, and always nice to have Joseph from OH
and a
here.
whiskey. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh, that's a single barrel of another. What does it say on there? Single barrel. What is written on the bottle?
Beck's Heritage Barrel.
Ooh, we'll find out what that means coming
it should
up.
say Beck the Halls.
It's Smokin Toastin. Mm-hmm. I love that sound. I just, that sound calls to me. Like, it's a siren song of sorts. If there was a mermaid and she made that sound, just like that would be like my fantasy, right? That would be my fantasy. Welcome back at Smokin Toastin. Our program is all about craft beer, fine spirits, and hand-rolled cigars. We have not yet done the drunken fact, and I already can see the hate mail stacking up because people count on us to deliver the drunken fact so they can have something to talk about the next time they're at a party. Yeah, absolutely. So our apologies that we got this far in the show without doing it, but here it is. Terry, take it away.
And now it's time for another Smokin and Toastin' Drunken Fact.
These started out as the drinking fact, and then we kind of ran out of facts that were about drinking, so we changed it to the drunken fact because we're so fond of that fanfare that we just couldn't stop doing this. So these are facts that we know to be true because we sourced them on the internet.
Well, the internet don't lie.
Yeah,
Much
actually,
like
I'm going to start
Much
changing.
like Shakira's hips, it just won't lie.
I'm going to start changing that. We know these to be true because we asked AI. Because as we know, AI never lies.
It never
right?
lies.
Yeah, absolutely. But these are actually true facts, and you can store these in your noggin. And then next time you're at a party, somebody's, people are drinking, having a good time. You can drop some knowledge, come across like someone who knows things. All right, so here you go. You
Also,
ready?
it's a good break for a dad joke.
Yeah, absolutely. So you ready for this? Bears, during the entire time they are hibernating, do not urinate.
Whoa.
Bears will go months without taking a leak.
I can't even sleep one
While they're
night without
hibernating.
having to get up like 3 times.
That's exactly. I used to like pee first thing in the morning. Now it's like no, every few hours.
It's the first thing in the morning, but it's also the second.
Yeah, and the third. Yeah, and several times before the morning even gets here.
That's right.
Maybe we're showing our age.
During hibernation, bears recycle waste products into usable proteins instead of excreting them.
I want to do
This
that.
helps preserve muscle and conserve energy through the winter.
Wow.
So when you say, when you're like out in the woods or whatever, and a bear is charging you, you can legitimately say you are full of S. And he might be, especially if he just woke up from hibernation. You know,
Wow.
he'll still eat you, but you won't be
Yes,
lying
yes.
when you tell him
Yeah.
that he's full of it. Right?
Man, if I woke up and had to go that bad, I'd be pretty aggravated.
Oh
if I
yeah,
was
yeah, no,
disturbed.
yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine? Like sometimes when I get up first thing in the morning, I'm like, will I make it to the bathroom? Right? Can you imagine if you've been hibernating for months and hadn't taken a leak?
Gosh. Wow.
Not good. So again, this will make you the star of any party
Yes.
you decide to drop that info in Deering. So, so there you go. You know what else will make you the star of a party? Having a really good IPA. And Gigantic Brewing Company out of Portland, Oregon. We know they make some good IPAs because
Man,
we've
look at the
tasted
size
them
of that
before.
can. That can is huge.
I love these big cans. Unless, what I don't like these is if I'm at like a concert and that's the only size that they have. And the reason I don't like it is because, first of all, it's going to be $18. Thank you, Live Nation.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even if you love it and you're thrilled to have that big of a beer, unless you're going to just like drink it all super fast and then you're out, you
Yeah.
need another one.
Yeah.
It's going to get warm by the end. I don't like that.
So first thing is, you want to buy a koozie
Right.
and put that in your pocket.
Okay.
Or sometimes you can go there to the merch counter and buy a koozie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do they make giant 24-ounce koozies, though?
Amazon has
Yes.
everything.
They are.
I have
They're
a 40
$47.28.
I literally have an oldie 40-ounce koozie.
No
Wow.
kidding. Wow.
Really?
You are prepared, my friend.
I've never even seen them.
I bought it. I was at D&W Mart, actually, and he had them on the counter right there. And I was paying for beer, and I looked over. I said, is that a oldie 40-ounce koozie? And it's in the shape of a crown at the top. And he's like, yeah. I was like, I didn't even have a reason to buy it. I had to.
I didn't even have a beer with me. I just knew
I
I was preparing.
have actually used it twice.
And does it work?
Well, yeah. So my brew club has, every once in a while, we have an event called 80s Night. And that's where you bring 2 40 ounces,
Nice.
right? and because you've got to know what bad beer is to really understand good beer.
Yeah.
You got to know your enemy, so to speak.
The last 40 that I had was a Little King Cream Ale.
That wasn't a 40. That was a little.
No, they have a 40.
They have a 40.
Yes,
Wow.
there is a 40-ounce version
What?
of Little King's Cream Ale, and they don't even like take the opportunity to call it Big Kings or anything. It's just Little Kings.
Little Kings.
Little Kings, but it's a 40. Yeah, that was the last 40 I had. It's been a while. Oh, but
Those
wait,
things-
you bought me some 40s of malt liquor when we did the malt liquor show.
They weren't all 40s. Some of them were just big cans.
The Old English was a 40, I think,
Yeah, probably.
and it was awful.
It was probably cheaper than the can.
It probably was. All right, so what about this IPA? Have you tasted this?
It's delicious.
Gigantic is really good with IPAs, and we've had several of theirs on the show.
This
and,
is,
but
this
this
is
one's
a
not
beautiful, a little bit juicy, nice and citrusy, kind of middle of the road IPA.
Yeah,
This is.
it's not a double or an imperial. It's
You
just
could
a
smoke
regular
a
IPA.
cigar with this.
I think you could, and I love IPAs, but it's one of my biggest gripes is often they don't pair well with cigars.
I think this would go well with with a good rye whiskey. You know,
I like that. You guys ever think about doing a rye at OH?
You know, that was something that was contemplated for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
We like ryes here, so if you decide to branch out, we're all about it.
Yep. Yeah, no. I will work on getting a couple of bottles of rye in here as soon as I can.
All right, I love this. We did OH Ingram. Obviously, that's who we did our barrel pick with, and it's been wildly successful. It's really, really good. How long have you guys been making whiskey?
So there's two different timelines. There's the timeline to go through the legalese, and there's the timeline of production. Timeline of production is 2019. Timeline of legalese is 2015.
Okay.
So
Because you have to start filing all your paperwork and doing all that kind of stuff before you can actually release a whiskey, right?
we had another step because we are the only barge-aged product in the United States.
Wow.
Aging on the river, we had to go through a couple of additional hurdles to be able to clear that because before 2013/14, it was illegal to mature on a vessel in domestic waters.
Interesting, really.
I had no idea.
You know, it's legal to gamble on a vessel in Louisiana. That's
Oh yeah,
that's how they got
You
around
can
that.
do all kinds of stuff, but you can't distill a. So, was there a reason? Did they tell you there was a reason for that?
I'm not sure, but it probably goes into the floating bomb theory.
Okay.
But it turns out that as long as the vessel stays permanently moored in one location, like we have on our barges in Columbus, Kentucky, that it is considered a domicile, not a vessel, and as a result, we can mature spirits on the river.
That's kind of like on Miami Vice when Crockett lived on a boat. That was his domicile, right?
That is a great callback.
Yes.
But
That made Terry very happy.
That is amazing. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. By the way,
Tubbs loved that.
if you want to like just go down memory lane, go and watch. I think they're on. I don't know if it's Peacock or which one it's on, but they're on one of the streamers. You can watch all those old episodes of Miami Vice, and they're so wonderful. The hairstyles, the clothing. It's just so good.
One of the few shows that had highlight in the intro to the show.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So back to this IPA though. This is really quite good. Like it's not as fruity juicy as some IPAs, but there's elements of that in there. Would
It
you
says,
say?
"Behold the luminous spirit bomb, a radiant golden brew suffused with the intensity of citra and lemon drop hops,
Yeah.
bursting with the citrusy flavors, with hop citrusy flavors. Each sip is an explosive experience, as if channeling the energy of cosmic gathering."
To me, this kind of like straddles the line between an East Coast and a West Coast
Little
in
bit,
terms
yeah.
of its flavor profile.
It's very nice. I don't know about the exploding parts in there, but it's very nice. I like it.
But
Coming
think
in at
about this.
6.2, so it's also fast acting.
If Gigantic Brewing can unite the East Coast and the West Coast of IPA, we need to get these guys involved in hip hop. because uniting the East Coast and the West Coast could bring about a new generation of harmony
Yes.
between the warring
Like
factions.
almost a
Bones,
moment of
Thugs,
nirvana.
and harmony.
Yeah. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yes, that's absolutely right.
All right.
By the way, have you ever seen them live?
No.
They're actually kind of fun, man. Really? Bone Thugs and Harmony are fun live.
The fun thing about John Mulaney, he tried to have them on the show, and he got scammed, and he told the whole story about how this guy scammed him who was trying to act like he was part of the group.
I
and that
am
was
Bone
amazing.
Thugs and Harmony.
Yes, it was amazing. It was amazing.
It's like, no, I think that's a band name, not an individual person name. But yeah, okay. Well, this is good.
I'm sorry. Which one of you is Bones?
That's right. I like this IPA.
Jethro Tull. I like him.
I want to, yeah. By the way, which one's pink? So that's. I'm sorry. I apologize for some of these random references
Randall
today.
Pink Floyd.
but-
sorry.
but I
now
make-
we went to Dazed and Confused.
If I can make Terry laugh, it's like now when I'm writing drinking news and I'm having trouble coming up with maybe 5 things for the top 5 list, I always think, what would make Terry laugh? And I think of some really random pop culture reference, and it lands with Terry. We get a laugh. It's a success. You got to know your audience.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you got to know your audience. All right, so Terry, I have no idea how much time we have left in this segment. So
we were about running out on this one.
I thought we might be. So, all right, I'm gonna just sit and enjoy sipping on this gigantic Spirit Bomb IPA. By the way, just in case you missed it, that's what it looks like. That's the can right there. And again, I bought this at the grocery store, so shouldn't be that hard to find. So, all right, we got to take a break. We will be back. It's time to do a little rum tasting coming up. Plus, we got to get into this. It's the top shelf whiskeys that are worth the money. So we'll.
Worth the money. Are we putting a monetary value on that?
No, I just think it needs to be more than like a $30 or $40 bottle. Like it needs to be, something in the
over 100.
I wouldn't even say over 100, but I would say maybe over about $70. How about that?
Interesting.
There might be some. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll take a look at the article. We'll see what the article says, and then we'll see what your favorites and my favorites are. So we'll take a break and be back to do that. It's Smokin Toastin. Welcome back. It's Smokin Toastin. That was
Plastic
the
was still
weirdest
on there.
opener. You want to try that
So
again?
I was trying to get this thing off, but then I
Yeah.
was like, well, it doesn't look like it's up that far, and apparently it was.
Maybe try it again just to, sound effects are important. That's what
there
I'm
you
talking
go.
about. Yeah.
There was no
that worked.
squeaky though. That was the lazy.
Yeah.
That was like
yeah,
it was like
it's
grease.
this modern.
Yeah.
This cork looks more
Okay.
like a cow nipple or something.
Pacifier.
Pacifier.
That
yes.
is so interesting because I've never spent that much time looking at a cow nipple. So I wouldn't.
I was just trying to
wouldn't
think of
know.
what would have. What animal?
That's
hold on.
utter madness.
Yeah.
Nice.
What animal would have a nipple that size?
I don't know, but I think for a cow it would be longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jabba, maybe.
I'm just saying. So while Ian is pouring our
A wild boar nipple?
maybe that kind of sounds like a special whiskey, wild boar nipple whiskey.
I'm keeping my mouth shut on this right
Yeah.
now. I'm just keeping my mouth
I'm
shut.
good.
I have comments.
That was a joke on a couple levels because the boar, by the way, is a male.
Right, exactly. All right, so while Ian is pouring our spiced rum, and we're going to see if
beverage.
it's any good. Again, I have not tasted this. This is either going
Oh,
to
you
be
didn't even open this one and try it yet.
no. This is either going to be the best spiced rum we've ever had, or we're going to be asking Joseph to open that bottle of O.H. Ingram single barrel very.
It's going to be either the best, the worst, or maybe in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, most likely. But while we're passing these around and trying to figure all this out, I've got an article here from Tasting Table, which they've had some really good articles we've been able to use here on the show recently. And this one is 16 top shelf whiskeys that are always worth the money.
Always.
And they're written by, this is written by Kenny Jarvis, who is Cookie's brother. And
Cookie Jarvis?
I
You
was-
mean
it's
the cookie? You mean
Did you
the
say
cookie?
Pookie?
That is the Cookie Crisp
yes, it's-
criminal.
I was
That's the
waiting.
one that steals Cookie Crisp.
There was a delay before Terry picked up on that, but
We're
I'm
talking
just
about
glad.
the Cookie Crisp mascot.
Cookie Jarvis.
I love
yes. Okay, so my apologies to really everyone that I know,
Except for me, that was great.
except for Terry. Right.
You
so
think you're smart because you can read.
So in this article, they picked 16 whiskeys, and they say they landed around the $50 to $100 range. So
Okay, so $50 to $100. Okay, so I'm
So I
adjusting
was
my.
like, my
I'm
list,
adjusting my least.
My list, I may have one or two on there, a little more than that, but these are not like $600 bottles or something. So, so we'll see how this goes. The first one on their list, and Joseph, you're welcome to weigh in on these, but you don't have to. So, so it's totally up to you. First one on the list is Four Roses Single Barrel. This one is right around $50, maybe even a little under. But
Good
it
juice.
is the first one that they pick. It's bottled at 100 proof. Lagavulin 16 year makes the list.
Lagavulin's just good.
Yeah, this is peaty stuff though.
It is.
You gotta.
Well,
be,
that's a very niche market for that. Like, you know,
Right.
not everybody's getting that.
Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select. We've said this multiple times on this program. None of us are fans of Old Number 7, but if you start climbing the ladder a little bit with
All
Jack
you have to do
Daniel's,
is go up one level, and,
Yeah.
and it starts becoming pretty good whiskey.
starts becoming pretty good. Yep. It builds on and refines, they say, the qualities of the Old Number 7. Dalwhinnie 15 year.
Oh yeah,
Are you a fan?
yeah.
If you had Dalwhinnie 15.
Dalwhinnie 15, yes.
All right. How about Old Forester 1920?
Old Forester, I think, can almost do no wrong.
Yeah, I enjoyed some Old Forester last week.
I mean, it's that's one of those names. It's hard to go wrong with.
Nika from the Barrel. the first Japanese whiskey the writer ever had, and remains, they say, one of the best.
I've had some of the Nika, the coffee, and a few others that are quite good. I don't think I've had the Nika from the barrel.
Knob Creek 12-year.
Yes.
I love the way they do the wax wrapper on the top of the bottle of the Knob Creek 12. Look this up. It's got the little flap so you can pull it out, but it almost looks like one of those push-top squeeze dispensers that you could just
That's because the
hold your glass there and get some whiskey.
That's because the flap that they use is big enough to actually grab a hold. It's
Yeah.
not like one tiny little strip
That's a
that
good point.
breaks as you get a third of the way around.
I brought this one on the show a while back, and I remember we liked it quite a bit. Bushmills 12-year.
Bushmill's nice. That was what, $60 ish.
Yeah, in that general neighborhood, yeah. Maker's Mark cask strength. I will say, I won't turn, like if I'm someplace and they're pouring Maker's Mark, I won't turn it down. But if you can get to the Maker's Mark 46 or the cask strength, that's where it starts getting really good. Would you agree with that?
I think Maker's Mark in general is pretty good, but yeah, all the ones above the regular are fantastic.
How about Glenfiddich 15-year?
Now that's hard to go wrong with.
Yeah, I would
The
agree.
15 is one of the better. Oh, and you're in my wheelhouse now too.
Yeah, Wild Turkey rare breed.
Yeah, wild turkey. Any wild turkey. Wild turkey to me, like Wild Turkey 101 is the standard.
Yeah.
This is what bourbon tastes like. And there's tons of stuff that's better than Wild Turkey. But this is where it starts, my friend.
Wild Turkey rare breed. Dalmore 12-year.
Dalmore's fantastic.
How about 1792 bottled in bond? I see these bottles of 1792.
I've never had the bottled in one.
They always scare me a little. It always feels like, is this like just like a house brand? Is this like Kirkland?
I've got the sweet wheat.
Yeah, it's not
Sweet
though,
wheat's
right?
outrageous.
Yeah.
Their distilleries in Bardstown. They do a really nice tour. They walk you through everything, total transparency. The juice is really good. It's a Cesarac family house.
The juice
Okay.
is loose.
Here's one I'm not familiar with at all. Amrut Fusion, the best Indian whiskey, they say, from India.
I don't know that one at all.
Here's one that I have an unopened bottle at home that Ian gave me that I'm waiting for an exciting time to open. It's the H. Taylor Small Batch.
Well, let me tell you something about this now. Don't wait for a special time.
Okay.
You can now buy that on the shelf anytime.
You know what?
When
Tom,
I got you that bottle, it was a lot harder to find.
Yeah.
Or you had to buy it on secondary. So if you back up and go with okay, what price are you paying for that? Because on
Right.
secondary, not worth it.
Yeah.
Still a great whiskey, but not worth it. But on primary, at $50-ish
Yeah, 50,
dollars a
$60,
bottle,
yeah.
that's a great whiskey and should always be on the shelf.
Chevis Regal 18-year.
I don't know with 18. I don't think I've tried it.
Are you a Chevis fan?
When you said Chevis, I was going to say questionable.
Yeah, that would be my response as well. That's the last one on the list. But I asked if you would make a list for just like a list of 3, right?
My list kicks that list butt.
Okay, good. Let's go with this. I like this. I have my 3 favorites too, and then we'll taste this spiced rum, which Terry has already tasted. Don't say, Terry.
All right, Weller 12.
Weller 12, very nice. What is that?
Weller
cost?
12. If Wild Turkey is the standard for what bourbon is, Weller 12 is the evolution of that standard. It's
Okay.
absolutely outrageously good bourbon.
I love that.
Absolutely fantastic. It's a pinnacle of its style, if
Okay.
you will.
Okay,
I will say Dalmore Cigar Malt.
Okay, that's on my list too. Now it
It's
may be a
worth-
little over $100. It's more like 120. isn't it?
150.
150, okay.
Yeah. Now that is pricey, and it's not an
so
everyday
good.
drinker, but holy cow, is it good?
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, and we're gonna go with the bargain one here,
Okay.
and not because it's a bargain whiskey, but because it just happens to be a bargain. Is Glenmorangie La Santa?
Oh, La Santa is great.
You can find that between $50 and $65.
Joseph, is this something you can talk about? Because you made a very interesting
Now,
gesture.
I want to go ahead and point out one
Yeah.
honorable mention,
Yeah.
or maybe it should be the top. O.H. Ingram, Smokin
okay.
Toastin.
Thank you. That had to make the list.
Barrel Select.
That's right.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm not kidding. I'm not just
I was
saying
watching
this.
him wait and cringe. I was going to
Yeah.
see how long I could make it last.
That was painful. I mean, we're on the low end of that price range with the product.
Yeah.
So-
You're talking about a $65 bottle that could compete with anything and blow away just about anything that we've talked about on this list.
On pure taste, like if you told me it was 90, I would not bat an eye.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I made a little list of 3. One of them you already mentioned, the Dalmore cigar malt. This one may be a little pricier. This may be cheating, but I said any chapter of Little Book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's just that, or for that matter, a bottle of Booker's even. You know, that's just good stuff. And finally, we had this on the show several years ago, and I haven't had it since then. But it made such an impression on me. The Glenfiddich IPA cask single malt. That is a wonderful,
It is.
wonderful whiskey.
They did a great job with that. That actually they had a little trend of that for a while because Jameson did that too.
Yes. Jameson does have a
And Jameson did a stout cask, which was nice. Jameson did an IPA cask, which was brilliant.
And I will just say, I would choose this over any of the ones that were on my list. And I'm not just saying that because you're here, Joseph, or just because our name is on it, Smokin Toastin, but this is the O.H. Ingram River Aged Single Barrel barrel pick from Smokin Toastin. And I got to tell you, by the time this show airs, it might not even be available online. But go and check the links and
IngramWhiskey.com.
Yep,
It's going to be in
IngramWhiskey.com.
all of our bios.
It's
Instagram,
on all of our
and
socials.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And one thing so you guys can be aware, since this morning to this afternoon, we sold another case of product through the website.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
I'm so
Loving it.
I'm so like proud of that. I
Yeah.
just being
But
a
it's
part
so
of it.
good.
You know?
It's so good.
All right. So from talk of wonderful whiskey to Terry's making a face. He's tried this. This is the it's a spiced
I'll
rum.
let you speak of it
Well,
first.
okay, so here's the thing. I bought this bottle and did not know until I got it home that I read close enough to see that it was spiced rum. And I'm like, this is either going to be the best spiced rum we've ever had. It's an 8-year blend, or it's not going to.
What you have
Be
here
good
is
at all.
a beautiful, beautiful bottle.
A beautiful bottle. That's good to know.
Look at that bottle, people. Look how gorgeous that bottle is. See how it goes like in a burst from amber into a nice
Burnt orange, almost
burnt
tea.
orange.
I didn't know that you.
That,
were,
sir, is one gorgeous bottle.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
I didn't know that you were going to be here today, Joseph. But you are, and you brought along a bottle of the O.H. Ingram single barrel. This is not the Smokin Toastin single barrel, but this is one that was like your family pick. Is that right?
Yes.
What would I have to do to talk you into opening that so I can forever banish the taste of this rum
Yeah,
from,
did you-
This rum is
from my palate? Because it is
Listen.
not good.
Okay,
It
then
is.
I'll give you my description. This tastes like a hippie's house smells. That's what this is. It tastes like a hippie's house smells. I mean, patchouli.
Have you been
and-
waiting to say that
Yes.
for like months and just looking for
No,
the
no.
right?
Literally, when I tasted it the first time, just a minute ago, I was just like that. When you were like,
it's a little like bong water, but there's so much more.
All right, I just want to hold this up next to the O.H. Ingram Smokin Toastin single barrel. Their bottle blows us away. It really does. I mean, that's a great bottle.
It is a gorgeous
great bottle.
But if you're looking for something to sit on your mantle,
Yeah.
go with this.
Yes.
If you're looking for something to drink, absolutely go with this. There's like no comparison. I just I'm
Very
feeling
spicy.
I'm
It's-
feeling
it
like
is. It's
almost
like
duped by
Patchouli
this.
and
Bong
weed
water
or
with
something. I don't
with
know.
undertones of carpet mold.
Yes.
I'll just say
Wow.
Terry nailed it. He said patchouli, and if there is one scent that I can't stand that some people like,
Oh,
It's
I'm not
patchouli.
opposed to it. I just
I
don't
am.
want to drink it.
I
but
am
it smells like I mean,
wildly opposed
it
to
tastes
it.
like a hippie's house
There
would smell.
is someone in my building. And my building is a high rise, right? So I get on the elevator from time to time to traverse the floors of the high rise. And there is someone in my building that not only wears patchouli, but they must bathe in it. And it's when they have been in the elevator, it doesn't matter how long ago it was, it's suffocating. and I've tried to figure out, like, if someone's wearing patchouli and you pass by them and you smell it and it makes you almost gag, like, what is the right way to express your disapproval? I mean, can you go, oh my God, something stinks, or could you just like barf? I don't know.
Odoriferous emanations. Was that in a commercial?
Emanations.
I like this. Odoriferous emanations.
Anytime I get in an elevator and I start thinking, I could improve the smell of this elevator if I pass gas, you know that whatever happened in there is not good. And that's what patchouli is. So, yeah, no. A big no on the
it's
Santero 8-year rum.
Sorry, guys.
But a big yes on what I believe.
How much did that cost you?
I think it was about $35. Yeah. Not happy. I'm not happy. But, this is what we do. It's for the show.
It is.
Right? We did this so you don't have to.
That's right.
Right. Do not buy this.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. Don't do it.
That's right.
Don't do it. All right.
Unless
Fortunately,
notes of toe jam and carpet mold
are your thing.
Covered by patchouli.
So I'm so glad it just serendipitously
And incense.
we have Joseph here with O.H. Ingram.
Thank you, Joseph, for showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing
thank
us something to drink.
You are our hero in more ways than you know. We have to take a break, and we will be back. I think we're not too terribly far away from drinking news.
One more second.
We'll be back. Smoking and toasting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it wasn't super loud, but it was very substantive, and I like that. That was Joseph opening up a bottle of this O.H. Ingram special barrel pick. This is not our barrel pick. This is a different one, but we're going to let Joseph tell us about that in a moment. First of all, though, I wanted to share something here. One of the things we like to do on this show is occasionally expand beyond just spirits and beer and cigars, and talk about things that are part of the pop culture zeitgeist. And so as such, whenever we receive some kind of new news about, let's just say, Nicolas Cage, we like to pass that along. But, Nicolas Cage he's an interesting dude.
He's gonna play Madden.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to play Madden.
Yeah.
And from everything that I've read, by the way, apparently he's killing it in this role. Like, he really does.
And I haven't even seen Spider-Noir yet.
Embody John Madden. You haven't seen Spider-Noir? I haven't either. So
I haven't watched it yet either.
We love talking about Nicolas Cage, and occasionally we talk about a few other people, but I've got one more piece of pop culture that I need to bring to you, because if I don't, my life will just feel incomplete. It's about one of my childhood heroes, Mr. Rogers.
Oh.
Now, Mr. Rogers, he's been the subject of some urban legends over the years, but none of them ever served to tarnish his clean-cut image.
No.
In fact, there was no real indication that Fred Rogers was any different in real life from the character that he played on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I don't know if you watched the biopic that Tom Hanks was in.
I didn't
Beautiful
see
Day in the
that
Neighborhood.
one, no.
It's great.
It's
It's great. You
fantastic.
will love every minute
I've
of that
seen
movie.
Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, though.
Yeah.
That's the new version. They
Oh,
have
yeah.
an animated version called Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood,
right.
and that it's a new animated thing, and it doesn't have Fred Rogers in it, but it is his what PBS has made
right.
as his legacy.
Sure.
What about Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood?
That is my favorite. That's
another
That's
thing.
the landlord.
Can you say ransom?
That and Gumby, damn it. That's the defining moments of the Eddie Murphy's time on Saturday Night Live. But around the time that the Tom Hanks Mr. Rogers movie came out, Fred Rogers' widow, Joanne, started doing some interviews about what her late husband was like behind the scenes. According to her, Fred Rogers was a very funny person in private, enjoyed making her laugh, was whimsical and silly. But apparently, Fred Rogers liked to make his wife laugh by farting in public.
Whoa!
Joanne Rogers explained to the Los Angeles Times following A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood's release that she had one request when filmmakers first approached her about the project, was that they wouldn't treat her, late husband like a saint. She went on to tell them how Rogers would often, and I'm not making this up, how Mr. Rogers would often let one rip when they were out at events that weren't all that exciting. Here is her quote. May my wife say something like this about me one day. He would just raise one cheek, and then he would look at me and smile. So if you ever wondered what would it be like
my
if Mr.
gosh.
Rogers passed gas, that's what it would be like. Lift a
Wow.
cheek, look at you, and smile. That's my kind of guy. I love Mr. Rogers even more now. Yeah.
Oh, I wish they could have filmed that for a montage on YouTube these days.
She also said, by the way, that he ran around in the droopiest drawers. They were at least 3 sizes too big, but they were comfortable and he liked them. It didn't matter if there was company here, he'd wear those and a T-shirt. My final line from this article, and I love it, he was not a modest person.
Like the dad on the Goldbergs, Jeff, what's his name? And he'd come home and just take the pants off and sit in the chair.
I would like to propose a toast of O.H. Ingram single barrel. A toast to Fred Rogers. And wait, hold on. Before you drink, guys, let's put these glasses back out. Ian did this pour. I'd like you to look at the
Wow.
pour he did for Joseph, the pour he did for me,
I want to point out that Joseph did this pour.
and the pour he did for himself. I don't believe you. Like, I really don't believe you. I think you did it yourself. But, oh, boy. Now, see, you can't go bringing something in that's going to potentially challenge the Smokin and
smells
Toastin single barrel.
really warm, really,
Yes, it does.
Well, while you guys enjoy, I'll give you a little bit of history on this.
Okay.
really round. Really,
Yeah. Where did this barrel come from? What's the story?
So we actually picked this at my niece's engagement party, and it was to commemorate 2 special events in my family: my parents' 60th wedding anniversary
Big time.
and our family farm's 120th anniversary.
Nice.
So for us, this was celebrating the heritage of the family and the start of the next chapter in our family. So 3 generations of the family got together and made the decision on this barrel. None of this barrel is for sale anywhere. So there's no ability to buy this. No one can get a hold of this unless you're in my family or you're my
Take
family's
that, Chris
friends.
Hart.
Yeah, right.
So this is something I'm glad and happy to share with people who I consider such friends to me, who have been so generous to our brand.
We Chris Harted better than Chris Hart did by drinking a delicious single barrel that you guys can't get anywhere. But you know what? You can get, maybe, if there's still any bottles available, online, the Smokin and Toastin
Let me ask you: is this the exact same distillate?
So it's going to be the same mash.
Same mash.
Same
Okay,
mash
it's
as what
amazing.
our barrel pick is, yeah.
It's amazing how different the barrels can be.
It's location.
This is so different. Now this has a butteriness to it.
Yes.
And it's sweet right up front, but not big round sweet, like buttery, silky sweet. And then it has a big round finish, and it has a bit more heat and a bit more mineral to it. It's such an interesting.
It has definitely got a little more kick to it.
The
than
lingering
ours.
mineral aftertaste is quite huge. Aftertaste on this is quite huge.
What is the proof on this one?
So this is 124.5.
It was pretty similar, right?
Yeah, I was going to say ours was 102.
And when you say location,
125.7.
125,
okay.
yeah, 125.7 is ours.
Oh, yes, you're right. I was looking at the wrong
And
number.
when you say location, you're talking about location on the actual barge,
barge, right.
itself.
and that really does make a difference.
Dramatically.
So with the barge, we've talked about this a little bit when you've been on the show before, but you've got several factors working as
Pie
the whiskey
crust.
ages.
This has like cinnamon
Oh yeah,
pie crust.
I love that. You've got the location on the barge, which I'm guessing the closer it is to the bottom shelf, the cooler the average temperature because of the river, right?
100%.
Closer it is to the top shelf, the warmer the temperature because of the sun on the barge. And then you've got the motion of the water.
Correct.
And it's not like you're on the ocean, so it's not like, big wave motion, but there's still some motion on the river. Is that right?
Yep. And it's always, of course, the super high humidity on the river as well.
Right,
It helps
right.
super saturate the air around the barrels and reduces that angel share.
This is fantastic. We got to take a
So
break.
good.
We got drinking news coming up. But I'm so glad that as we get into drinking news, I have this to drink now instead of that god-awful rum.
Rum is so bad.
It really is. It really is awful. This is, just so you know, this is Santero Ron, aged 8 years, Solera rum, a spiced rum, established, it says, 1804 in Cuba, but it's a product of the Dominican Republic, which is probably not where the best rum comes from, would be my guess. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. Drinking News is next. And if that's not enough to scare you away, we'll see you in the next segment. It's Smokin' and Toastin'. I like you playing along with this. I'd just like to point out we've gone the whole show and we have not commented on Ian's hat. But is this the first time you've worn a hat on the show?
No, sometimes I wear a ball cap.
Yeah, he's wearing a ball cap.
We've seen the ball cap. Yeah.
But the Andy cap hat.
Terry,
if you got that reference, thank you.
If you got that reference, you're old as hell. That's what I wanted to say.
But Andy cap
really
is perfect. He loved to drink.
True.
He
True.
loved to drink.
He was always at the bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to back in the day when I was on the radio like every morning. I used to have an ongoing countdown where I would go, yes, here we are. This is day number 473 that the Beetle Bailey comic strip in the local newspaper was not funny. And I to the day I lost that job, that streak was unbroken. But Andy Cap could be funny because he was always at the bar.
He was always at
with
the bar.
With a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
And with the little bubble things around his head.
And the cap. So there's no similarity to you at all. None.
I just went with the jaunty angle.
Yeah, I like the jaunty angle. It seems perfect for drinking news.
Yes.
And I think it's time that we did drinking news.
Drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news. A Florida man with one arm said he had a gator for a pet. When asked about his absent arm, he said,
Had to take the gator to the vet.
drinking news, drinking news. Now it's time for drinking news.
Cheers, y'all. Terry, we got that isolated, right? So
Absolutely.
we can keep that. Okay, good. It's good to know. We've had some good Gator to the Vet things on the show recently. This is what I live for. This is how pathetic my life is. I get really excited when someone says I had to take my gator to the vet and does a really good job of it. So, all right. To begin this week's edition of Drinking News, we turn our attention to two of our favorite drinking news things in the same story.
Can I just point out that this hat makes me want to sing AC/DC songs?
Can you do the knee
Dance?
thing, the guitar player dance?
The heel kick?
If you would do that while you were strumming the ukulele, that would be awesome. Yeah, because it loses a little bit of that emphasis. On this week's edition of Drinking News, we turn our attention to two of our favorite drinking news things in the same story. We're talking Florida, and we're talking monkeys.
Okay.
Now, I know I've
it's
shared
hard to beat
this.
that.
I know I've shared this on the program before, but I've always wanted a pet monkey. I mean, I know all the negatives about how they all have a tendency to swing from your dining room table lamp, and they like to throw their poop at you. But still,
Sometimes when they're big enough, they tear your face off. but-
yeah. So it just seems like it would be so cool because monkeys are so cool.
My aunt was the curator of primates and small mammals at the zoo, so she did bring home a few
for
monkeys.
real?
For real, and I used to go get to play with the monkeys, and then she would bring some home if they were babies every once in a while, like Redmond. I remember Redmond.
Terry.
He was so cute.
I have
We
never
also had
been-
llamas and stuff like that. This is just behind Memorial City Hospital, by the way, just
I've never
in the
been,
middle of Houston.
Never been so jealous of Terry.
Sometimes
in
I
my
want to
entire
choke them
life.
out a little bit,
I
right?
got to
exactly.
play with
Yeah.
the white tigers before they went out on display, and they gave us. They
So-
also had a jaguar, but the monkeys
So
were
look,
amazing.
Yeah, we know monkeys are cool. And that's why I found it interesting that the city of Mount Dora, Florida, which I can only guess is named after
I'm
a
sorry,
mountain that's in turn named after a famous young
I just
female
want to
explorer.
comment on something he said. I have never played with a jaguar,
Yeah, the baby
but
jaguar
I've
was
choked
amazing.
a cougar.
Oh, man. We just got dropped from 3 stations in the Midwest. I just want to mention that. Yeah. So, look, Mount Dora, Florida. I can only guess it's named after a mountain that is in turn named after a famous young female explorer. But they have issued an official
That
monkey
movie is amazing.
an official monkey advisory. And if there's anything I love to share on Drinking News more than a monkey advisory, I don't know what that thing would be. I really don't. The warning refers to a roving band of feral macaques, which have been spotted in the Mount Dora area, which I really enjoy reporting on because I get to say the phrase feral macaques.
Feral macaques.
But if you're in the Mount Dora area, officials are warning that you should stay away from these animals and not get so close to them. Now, how far away should you stay? Well, an in-depth dive into monkey science, which is a thing, by the way, monkey science. An in-depth dive into monkey science reveals that a chimpanzee can throw its turd bombs around 10 to 20 feet, which, in fairness, is almost as far as NFL quarterback and conspiracy theorist Aaron Rodgers can throw a football. But the good news is, for those in Florida, that macaques are much less likely than chimpanzees to fling their feces in your direction. Now, still, when it comes to flying poo, one can never be too careful. So if you're in the Mount Dora area, be ever vigilant, because you don't want to answer, "How did you get that poop all over you?" by saying macaque. That would just confuse people. So our main story, though...
You know, Dora did have a monkey named Boots that was with her. Dora the Explorer had a monkey named Boots that was with her at all times.
I just want to point out that Terry knows the name of Dora the Explorer's monkey.
Yeah, Boots.
He's really an amazing
And Beck.
man.
He really is.
You can thank my daughter for that. We used to watch it all the time.
Our main story, though, on today's Drinking News takes us to Arkansas, where a terrifying report has emerged about a high school football player who was busy on the field practicing his drills when he stopped to consult his defensive coach because he felt something strange inside his helmet.
Oh, I saw that.
After removing it and giving it to the coach for inspection, it was discovered that the young player had been practicing for the last hour with a venomous snake inside his helmet.
Yes.
The snake, which they identified as a copperhead, was difficult to remove from the protective gear because it was 2 feet long and was hiding beneath the helmet's padding.
Yes.
There are conflicting reports about whether the snake was actually a copperhead or whether it was a cottonmouth. But either way,
Who cares?
that's a poisonous snake, and definitely not what you want to find has been wiggling around for an hour in direct proximity to your skull. The player was given a new helmet and sent back to practice.
Oh, my God. Now that's a football coach.
Yeah. Shake it off,
Right.
boys.
Shake it off. Yeah, you're gonna...
well,
Did you see how they got it out?
Well, the snake itself was eventually removed from the old helmet and set free in a nearby wooded area.
Did you see how they did that? They actually they couldn't get it out, and the picture that I saw of it, what they did was a video. They had to submerge the helmet in water until the snake, realized I'm in water and started coming out of the water. And
But if it's a cottonmouth, those live in the water, right?
I
They
guess,
love
but
to
I
swim.
don't know. Yeah, but that's what they did.
It swam right out of the helmet and was
Yeah,
set
but-
free in a nearby wooded area.
But keep in mind that a copperhead keeps its head above water, swims a lot.
True.
Yes.
But it doesn't go underwater.
I guess, though, releasing the snake
Long
into
periods of time.
a nearby wooded area, probably the least they can do after it spent an hour on top of the player's head and didn't actually bite him.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, look, I'll admit, I'm not all that afraid of snakes, but
I am.
finding one in my football helmet, that's all kinds of scary.
After you've been practicing for how long?
Yeah. And
An hour.
I don't know how I could ever put on another helmet again without feeling a little bit anxious,
Oh
right?
yeah.
You'd be
Dude,
checking-
okay,
That's
you
like
know-
if you ever find a spider in your shoe, you'll
You know-
never put shoes on the same way
You
again.
know when you find a bug on you, right? You're like, and then for the next while, you're so paranoid about the lightest breeze.
Yeah.
You're like, what was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine that you've been playing for an hour with a snake in your
A
helmet?
poisonous snake. Not just a snake, a poisonous snake.
Where did he leave his helmet is what I want to know. And how did that happen?
How did that get in there?
Yeah.
Now, listen, a snake in your helmet might not be the worst discovery that you could make. And thankfully, we've got a team of weirdos here at Drinking
Are
News
you going
who-
to talk about crabs on your organ?
who put together a list of things that would be, in fact, worse. And as is often our custom here on this program, we've compiled those things into the form of another super handy but not at all asked for top 5 list. And despite the protests of the rapidly growing Mothers Against Drinking News Coalition, I'd like to share all of that with you now. This would
Wait,
be
the Mothers Against Drinking news?
yes, yeah. There's not all that much like drink
Madam?
driving going
Madam?
on.
Madden?
So now they're against
Madden.
drinking news. Madden, yeah. This brings us back to Nicolas Cage.
Right.
See how everything works in a perfect circle? This would be the top.
Oh, no, not that band.
Yeah. Had a couple good songs. This is where Ian disparages bands that I like. It's a segment on the program. This would be the top 5 things worse than finding a snake in your football helmet. Top 5 things worse than finding a snake in your football
That's a steep
helmet.
list right
Yeah,
there.
that is right there.
Holy cow.
Number 5, finding a snake in your jockstrap.
Oh, well.
See? Already, we've gone there, right? Number 4.
I feel like they should have been higher on the list.
Number 4, finding a snake anywhere in your house when RFK Jr. isn't around to wrangle it for you. Have you seen the video of him wrangling the
And
snake?
he's just getting bit.
He's just standing there, and the snake's just biting him
No.
over and over, and
Oh
he
my
doesn't care. He's like super RFK Jr. Number 3. These are the things that are worse than finding a snake in your football helmet. Number 3, heading home after a night of partying and deciding that you're really craving some Taco Bell lettuce. Number 2, finally getting through to be caller number 100 at your favorite radio station, only to discover that what you won was tickets to see Carrot Top in Vegas. And the number 1 thing that is worse than finding a snake in your football helmet, credit to Ian on this, finding not only lobsters on your piano, but also crabs on your organ. Reporting live from Mount Dora, Florida, where I'm trying to smuggle out a small monkey in my pants pocket to keep as a pet. And when people ask me, is that a chimp in your pocket, or are you just happy to be here? I correct them by saying, that's not a chimp. That's not a chimpanzee. That's a macaque.
He keeps putting a banana in his pants.
My name is a Cruze, and that is your
And then the peel falls out his
a
pant
drinking
leg.
news.
Drinking news. Drinking news. That's our time for drinking news.
I'm proud of y'all. Not one
okay.
mention of
Cheers.
A-Rod in that whole thing.
So some things were said in that segment.
Some things were said.
Some things were said.
You wanna?
Oh no, I'm not gonna say them again.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. I would like to go back for a moment. I realize that people can't buy this. I feel like Chris Hart even bringing this up, but this O.H. Ingram single barrel. This is like your family pick, right?
Yes.
This is
Oh,
a
my
wonderful, wonderful whiskey, and it's like kicking my butt right now because it's got a nice little punch to it.
Yeah.
But when you guys choose, let's say we're not involved, Smokin Toastin's not involved, right? You're just picking another single barrel to release. What's that process like for you guys? How do you pick it, and how often would you do something like that as opposed to just your sort of flagship whiskey?
Well, flagship we'll get to. For the single barrel, it comes down to one person. Scott, who's been here before, our master blender.
Mm-hmm.
He
so
makes
fun.
all those selections.
Yeah.
All the awards we've won, all the 90+ ratings we've gotten, it's all because of his palate. So I would like to take some credit, but I can't.
All right, so here's another question then. When we picked the Smokin Toastin barrel pick,
Yep.
you brought samples of 5 different barrels, and we had our panel of guys taste them, and we decided which one we like. What happens to the other 4?
So it could be used as a blender. Because our mash
Okay.
bills are pretty consistent across our
Right.
portfolio, we can put those into a blend. For the 105, our core release, it's a 12 to 16 barrel blend. So ones that don't have the features we feel people are looking for or are not
In
chosen,
a single barrel, right,
yeah,
right.
are they going to be rolled into that program and blended into the absolute delicious product that we put out in our 105.
I mean, all that being said, every single one that we tried was delicious.
Yeah, they were all good, and there were mixed opinions, although there was some consensus here and there on the number 2, but everybody picked the same number 1.
Yes.
My number 2 was the number 1.
The first one we tried. I'm trying to remember. I think mine might have been number 3.
I was going to say, I think mine was 3.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
was probably the next most popular
Yeah.
one.
But again, that doesn't tell people anything without us, describing
Go
what
back
those
and
were
listen
like.
to 487, and that's the show that we
yeah,
do that
that's
on.
the show, and we're not at all drunk by the end. Just so you know,
No,
it's
no,
not,
no.
it's not happening.
There's none of that happening.
So, but
because we're
Joseph,
professionals.
Yes.
when you guys are doing this flagship blend, what is that about?
So there's a misperception by a lot of people about what flagship actually is. You know, a lot of brands will say that they'll put out a flagship, and they're talking about the number 7 is the flagship for Jack Daniels. But the problem is the flagship is meant to be the actual standard by which everything is measured. It's the best that you can put out. The flagship is where the Admiral is based in the fleet.
The top, yes.
Yeah, that's the most tricked out ship. It has
So if
the
you're-
flags for directions to let people know what they're supposed to do.
Well, the thing is, if your flagship is old number 7, like everything you put out is going to be better. So it's like,
Well, that's the perception, but
But it's upside down.
yeah,
Right.
that's the backwards of it. So our flagship is the actual best product we can put out. And
so when your flagship appears on the shelf, what's that likely to cost retail wise?
about $84.99.
Okay, so that's going to be something that, from a price standpoint, is even more expensive than our Smokin Toastin blend, and so this is pretty exciting. You mentioned you may have some of that to taste in the very near future.
We hope to have some here soon enough. The release of it will actually coincide with the Kentucky Bourbon Festival in Louisville in the week of September 9th through the 13th.
All right, so we got to talk about what it's going to take to get us up to do a show from your barge.
Okay.
That's what I really like
We
to
got to
do.
talk about some flights.
Yeah, we got to talk about some all kinds of stuff. I like talking about flights on this show because often that's about just getting samples of really good whiskey. All right, we got to take a break. We will be back. Smokin Toastin is right here. We'll be back to wrap up next. That's the sound we were looking for earlier and didn't get from the rum, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not all we didn't get from the
The
rum.
rum was disappointing.
Yeah. And, I'd just like to point this out. There are people who accuse us of liking everything. And we've seen it in, like, the comments and stuff. And I get it. We talk about a lot of things on this show that we really like. Because when it comes down to it, for most things that we taste here on the show, current, company accepted, but for most things we go out and buy a bottle of it. We bring it on the show, or a couple cans of it if it's a beer or something. And so generally speaking, we don't like to spend our money on things that we don't think we're going to like.
Correct.
One thing I'd like to point out is, and I'm guessing this may be a pattern we need to break, every single show I am on, you guys have had something you hated. Every single one.
That's so interesting.
Really?
But none of it has ever been
yeah.
your whiskey.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The first show with Scott that was on was the mystery drink, and then the taping at Fine Ash, that was the other mystery drink that even I really was not enjoying.
Well, I will just say this: the beverage of mystery is more often
Sketchy at
disappointing.
best.
Yeah.
It was not
Sketchy.
good today
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. No, today
No.
wasn't good. But honestly, I'd have a full tumbler of the beverage of mystery before I'd take another sip of this.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible rum.
Yeah.
It's in fact, what I'm thinking about, since I did spend the money for this, I'm thinking about just
Decanter.
dumping it out, washing it, and pouring some like good rum into this, because the bottle is beautiful.
Yes.
The bottle is gorgeous.
The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. You mentioned, I don't know if you can talk about this or not, but you mentioned that like in your past life you were something of a rum influencer.
But yeah, that was where. So I've been in the hospitality industry about 32 years now. But before I started on the sales side of things, I was doing rum influencing, and I was a consultant for hospitality concepts.
Nice. I love this, and particularly the whole rum influencer point of it, because to me, if life were fair, my guidance counselor in school would have told me about the whole influencer thing.
Rum influencer
That
thing.
rum influencer,
Rum
specifically.
influencer.
I would be like, okay, today we're trying rum from St. Lucia, and that would have been like. That would have been my job, and it would have been wonderful. But unfortunately, I'm still paying out of my own pocket when I buy a bottle of rum, and I'm not recognized as an influencer. But I think that's the coolest thing ever.
I want to point out, too, that my wife loves to stop at distilleries and breweries and all kinds of stuff, which most of the time works out really well. But I have a rum that we picked up on the side of the road at a distillery in
Side of the road.
Texas.
Down south.
Actually, no.
Okay.
North.
North. Okay.
I know the one you're talking about. And I don't know. This one, it might be worse.
Worse than
Whoa.
this rum we tried today.
Oh
This,
yeah, no. It makes that look like fine dining.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It's I don't want to pull out the name because I don't want to just bash a company that's trying
no,
because
I
I
hear you.
appreciate
I hear
them.
you,
But
yeah.
holy cow, maybe I'll bring it on the show and we'll have a worst rum show.
Or you could just bring it on as a beverage of mystery because that's where we're often wildly disappointed.
There's that.
I just wanted to mention, by the way, if you're listening to this show and you're listening to it within a day or two of when it's released, and you want to try the Smokin Toastin barrel pick from O.H. Ingram, you probably need to go online now and grab it. And again, we didn't know this when we got into this. We'll work on trying to make this better the next time we do it. But the reality is that there's a minimum purchase online, and the bottle of rum, the bottle of whiskey is not expensive enough to qualify by itself for the minimum purchase. So you have to buy two, or buy like an O.H. Ingram hat, like Ian was saying, or something. And you can.
The hats are pretty cool
because you have to get it to what's the minimum purchase on?
It's
that?
$89.99 is the minimum purchase.
Okay, so, and the bottle's like $65.
So we could have made it $90, but
the
same, and it would have been worth it. But at the same time, $265 would be worth it as well.
Buy two of them and sell one on Etsy, or just keep it because
Etsy.
You're
What,
gonna
are you going to bedazzle it before you sell it?
Right.
No.
or my brother-in-law is the one that brought it to my attention that that it had to be two bottles. I said, well, just buy them and I'll buy one right back off. Because I want to have an extra bottle or two at the house.
Yeah, because on the ground, man, they just hit and left.
The point is you got to get it now if you
Yeah.
want it because it's going to be gone. So that's
Sharing is caring, by the way.
IngramWhiskey.com.
That's right.
IngramWhiskey.com. That's the place to go. You can just go to shop and you'll find it right there. Smokin Toastin Barrel Pig.
Terry, tell us about our socials. How do people get to those?
Oh, you can go to Smokin Toastin, the letter N, Smokin Toastin on Instagram. We are also on Facebook, and the link is in the bio for both of those. So if you just go to either one, you will find it. Please follow and like because there's lots of stuff going on all the time on the Smokin Toastin socials, and lots of fun stuff. You'll find you'll even find the bombs that were good.
Oh, there have been bombs that were good?
Yeah, well, you know that Jose Cuervo one the other day was really
It
good.
actually was really
Surprisingly
good.
good.
Yeah. It's always fun when we can crank out a good one.
Yeah.
Plus, just to let you guys know, we're working on a new 1-minute version of the show.
Woo.
Yeah.
I'm
So
telling you, see, that's something
we'll
you
see
can.
if I can shut up after 58 seconds.
That's something you can sit there and listen to some reviews while you're sitting at the liquor store of what you want.
That's right. Before you go in.
That's right.
That's important.
That's right.
So I just want to say, like, a very sincere thank you to O.H. Ingram for doing this project with us. This has made us feel, really, really good about ourselves.
Bonafide.
And, it made us feel legit, and also
Street cred.
just from the standpoint of having a really good bottle at home. This is awesome because
So good.
This honestly, this barrel pick is so good. So obviously, we're going to want to do some version of this again. And I know you've mentioned you have some other, people that you're friendly with out there that do other spirits that might be interested in doing this with us. And so the first experience has been a great one. So we'll definitely dive back.
Thank you,
into
Joseph.
This,
This has
again.
been great, and
Really
not
has.
just because you bought us lunch. That was really.
Although it was a darn good lunch.
It was
Well,
really
it
good
was.
lunch.
It was
Yes.
at Kenny and Ziggy's,
Yes.
and what they do when they make a bologna sandwich at Kenny and Ziggy's is they use half the bologna available in the United States at that time.
I'll have
make the
all
sandwich.
the eggs and bacon you have.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Go for the bologna. It's amazing. You've never had that much bologna at one time, and it's awesome. But seriously, thank you guys very much. This has been so much fun, and we look forward to doing more with you guys, and look forward to trying your next flagship.
Oh yeah.
It's been our pleasure, and you guys have been so kind, and thank you so much.
Have a great week. We are just 2 weeks away from our 500th show, which we're very excited about. Yeah. So that's the most direct reference we've made to how long it is between now and the 500th. But it's going to be fun. So we'll see you next week, and then we'll see you again 2 weeks from now for the 500th show. Have a great week, my friends, and cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Such a stubborn one.